Well, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I'm Jeff Phillips, and this is Blake Malloy. And yeah, we're going to just do a quick run through the Blackboard site we've got set up. So Blake will just log in here through MainGate. And I just want to mention one of the beautiful things about the Blackboard site, which I have to thank the ITAs for helping us set this up, was it's something that's accessible to all faculty. So it's a known tool. It's not some unknown new tool. And it's perfect for this sort of collaborative work. Where you can do things, have conversations posted and get comments and go back and forth. So it's really well suited for that, and something you may want to consider for your classes too if you don't already use these tools.
We should mention the login and password here, if you haven't used Blackboard, is exactly the same as it is for MainGate.
And once you get to your home page in Blackboard, you'll see that you're now enrolled in a core curriculum course. So all faculty were enrolled in this last week.
It will show up down lower.
Right.
For other folks.
Yeah, since Blake is an instructor, it's up high where he's teaching a course, rather than my courses, yeah, down below.
So my course refers to the students.
Right, and the way Blackboard defines it, you guys are students in this. It's just part of the technical thing, because yeah, we are trying to fit within the Blackboard structure. And I will say that as instructors, Sue, Blake, and I, really our only purpose is there is to make sure it functions. We're not constraining thing in any way, so whenever somebody wants something posted, if it's part of the website that requires kind of instructor privilege, just send it to us and we'll post it up. We're not editing really anything at this stage. So you get to the announcements is kind of the welcome page. So any new news, any significant announcements will pop up right here in front. Right now it's just a welcome for everybody. And on the left side, you'll see several buttons. We've tried to organize them for kind of sensible clusters for what we're doing. Their overall overview, I should say, just gives a general description of the process as well as the site. So you see a lot of the headings in this overview correspond to the buttons on the left side, announcements, models, and such things like that, as well as a little bit more description of the process that Sue was giving. One thing I do want to point out on this page is this is going to be one spot where we'll kind of gather all the changes. So as something is posted or modified to the website, we'll add it to this link, which is actually a blog. And it is a blog that, if you want, you could subscribe to on your own computer using an RSS reader. If you know what that is, you're set to go. If not, we'll post some help on that. But if not, it's here on the website. But it's just a way so that you can find out if something new has happened and not have to go through all these clicks. It shows up right away in your mail viewer or your Explorer window. So it basically gets right to you, so you know when things have been changed. And then under announcements right now, it's just the welcome announcement. But again, kind of the big things will be posted there. Then we get to some of the documents. So the first one is the goals. And so this is the latest draft of the core curriculum philosophy and goals. But what you'll see on the page is actually a collection of all the versions we've gone through before, as well as explanations of why they were changed. So down below, you'll see here some of the original philosophies. And then as you go up, the latest one is at the top of the page. You'll see the survey that we did this past fall, or just a month ago. That all the faculty were able to participate in, and we had over 100 faculty respond to. There you go, they responded to it. And so it was everyone's ability and everyone's opportunity to say whether they agree or disagree with these individual items in the proposed learning outcomes and philosophy. And as you scan through the survey results, you see most of them are these kind of strongly agree and agree. And then there are buttons, Blake was about to click, that allow you to view the individual comments that people left in the survey. So over the past few weeks, the committee took those and incorporated them into the new version of the learning goals and philosophy. And so the top version here is the latest one, and then there's this comparative version, which really nicely lays out kind of the motivation and rationale for all the changes. And so you see a lot of the comments that we received in the survey appear there in the new draft. So it really is a collaborative document, one that we're trying to get everyone's input on, and is still constantly a living, breathing document. Will probably continue to change. Then the core documents is kind of a separate page where we have all the other documents, separate from the learning goals and philosophy. Emails, letters that have been sent to the faculty over the past several years are there. You see summary of target conversation as well. So those are the conversations Sue mentioned last spring. So these are kind of the summaries of what we learned from there, and if you didn't go to all the conversations, you can see what other people were talking about there. And so this is just where everything, all the communication, it's going to be a repository for us. So all the information that the core committee sends out, if you misplace it, it should be here in this link. And then as we go down, we get to the models, which is going to be the section that's really going to be for the faculty to take ownership of and create. This is where people will post models for discussion and later a vote. The way it's set up is using wikis. So a wiki is really just a web page that's meant to be collaborative and interactive. It's not a static web page where you just put in your text and your pictures and it stays there and no one touches it. Wikis, they can be like Wikipedia where anybody in the world can edit it, or they can be just a very limited number of people editing. When you create a model, when you want to submit a model, you actually have the option to say how many people you want to allow to edit. If it's just you working on it, you can say, I'm the only one who wants to edit this model. If you want to open it up, let all faculty edit it, you can do that. To do that, back up a step, I guess, there is going to be this link that'll be on this page. It'll just say, I want to start a new wiki, a new model. And again, this is just one of those issues with Blackboard. As instructors, we have to flip a little switch to do it. So it takes you right to a little box. It'll send an email to the three of us. And as soon as one of us sees in our inbox, we'll immediately set up a wiki. Exactly. Right now. And it's really going to be open-ended, in terms of what you post on there, but that's all it's going to take to get it started. And on the model page, you already see a few models posted. There's the current core curriculum, and then one that's already been posted by a faculty member. In this wiki, even as the author, if you're the only one who can edit it, who can make changes to this document, everybody, all faculty members can make comments and can leave feedback. So at the bottom of the page, there's going to be this comment link and place for you to type in your comment, and it'll stay there on the page. So it's the great place to have a conversation. People can leave questions, feedback for the author of the model. The author can respond to it right there, and it'll just be this nice thread for that conversation. It also allows you in this wiki to make several pages. So if you have lots of resources or inspiration that you want to include, you can set them up as different pages. However you want to organize it, it's really up to you. But as the author of the wiki, it's yours. And like I said, all faculty members will be able to see it, make comments, and give feedback on it along the way. So that's going to be probably the one area most people are going to be going to, but we also have a couple other sections which will probably be good reference. One is resource. So we've already got a few links and documents posted up there, but we definitely want to get a lot more from faculty across the campus. Departments who have their own core committees probably have a lot of good ideas to be sharing, so this is a good place to kind of leave that information for everyone to think about and take a look at. The general discussion is a discussion board where you can have conversations about things separate from a specific model. So if you're discussing a specific model, it's best to leave those comments on the wiki, but if you have other comments, questions, there's a thread I already started about the presence of God in all things. That was a topic that came up in the survey we did last month with the faculty. A lot of people had questions or comments about that learning goal in there. So there's a thread started about that. Anybody can start a thread. You can leave comments, take the threads in new directions, however you want. But it's just a great place to leave all that, so it's easy for everyone else to find. And the last link up there is just a FAQ, or frequently asked questions. So again, we've posted a few, but we want to get the questions from everybody else. So the questions are a lot about the process, how do I submit, what do I need to submit, all the way down to the very end it gets into, well, what's a wiki, and why Blackboard. So trying to cover all the issues, but again, until we get the questions from people and people actually contribute them, we don't know. And we'll do the best to answer them, but if it's something that we need to open up to get the answers from the whole faculty, we'll do that as well on here. So that's the really quick run through, but again, it's just whatever people want to make of it and use the website, it's up to them, and hopefully it becomes a good venue for having these conversations as we go.